Mignons, and bring on the holiday cheers with 15% off all wine, beer, and spirits. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Welcome into the LIBA Business Hour, sponsored by Nats to Tasseling, highlighting local independent businesses in and around Lincoln on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, LIBA President and CEO, Bud Synhorst.
Welcome to the LIBA Business Hour. It's good to have you back. It's good to be back in the studio. It's here. We've been a couple weeks. We've had to pre-record because of Husker football. So thank you to our show sponsor, Nats Detasseling. Earn cash, build character. Nats Detasseling. Learn more about Nats at notafraidtosweat.com. Our opening segment is sponsored by UStop. Earn points that spend like cash with the kickback card, which can get you snacks and even gas. Available at all 24 UStop locations. And since I'm give him a hard time every week for not being here, this time I'm going to give him a hard time for being here dressed in purple. Whitey's actually here today. He's sitting outside, pounding away on his email. Although, Nick, I know you're probably listening on your way to go out and play golf today. He did not bring pizza, so you're not missing out too much, Nick. So Austin's got us under control today. It's good to have Austin back. If you want to join the conversation, you can call or text at 402-464-5685. You can listen on the 93.7 The Ticket app, theticketfm.com, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Allo Channel 951, or you can just come right down to the studio here at 1040 O Street. The Mill's got good coffee going on this morning. It's nice, it's hot, it's fresh. Come down, hang out by the studio. Our first segment today, I've got, this is going to be a fun one. A couple of good friends, Ken and Jackie Swoboda with Luxury Landscapes. Ken and Jackie, welcome to the show.
Hey, Bud.
It's good to see you guys. I usually only get to see you guys once a year, so this is kind of special. Yeah. I get to see you twice this year to have you on the show. So it's been a little over 5 years now since you guys jumped off the deep end and went out on your own and started Luxury Landscape. And I remember our first conversation when you told me, well, we're going to do something a little different here in a few months, and we're diving out. We were at the LIBA golf outing, but just tell us a little bit about the background of Luxury Landscape.
Yeah. Well, it started with Jackie and I meeting about 9 years ago. So that's kind of how it got started traditionally. But
Jackie, hang on a second. Your microphone doesn't seem to be working very well. So we're gonna try to switch microphones because we've got to hear this. And I know that you want to make sure that Ken hears you. So
is this better?
That is way awesome. Better. Muchos buenos.
So my background was in physical therapy. I spent like 28 years in physical therapy, with the last 10 being a rehab director. When Ken and I met and our relationship started going in the serious direction, we just had this dream that we wanted to own our own business together. At that point, we had no idea what that looked like. We it was just a dream of ours to just own our own business. And, as the years went on, the talks about that got more serious, and we really thought it would be fun and exciting and challenging to own a landscaping business.
And here you are 5 years later, and you still kind of like each other. So that's
just
even
a little
better.
Bit. Well, there's some days
that's got to be tough, though. I mean, as a husband and wife, I mean, we've had husband and wives on the show before, but they own different businesses.
Yeah.
And or the wife is very supportive and the husband owns the business, or vice versa. You two are in it, in the trenches every day, all day. So. Yeah. How does that work?
Well, we have a small office, and we have our office manager in an office, but our office is very small, and our desks face each other. The only way that we can get away from each other when we're both at the office is hide behind the monitors that are the size of pretty much a Volkswagen. I mean, they're huge. So we can hide behind those. But here lately, we've been telling people when they ask the question, well, how does this actually work? We say, well, we just recognize when it's time to go to our opposing corners. And at that point, then you just calm down and then you come back and you meet in the middle and we continue moving forward with business. And there are challenges every single day. I mean, when you have employees, you have customers, you have problems every single day.
Yeah,
and we deal with
a
them.
lot of different bosses
Yeah.
and a lot of people you serve. So,
Yeah.
so how did you get from we want to own a business to we're going to jump in and do landscaping?
Well, that's kind of funny because I had been doing landscaping all my life, adult life, as working with my family's business, which was raised lawn and home care. And at that point, it was really when we decided that we wanted to jump ship and do something different. My brother had bought me out so that we could pursue our dream. But at that point, I was going, I've been doing this all my life. The last thing I want to do is start another landscaping company. I want to be I want to be the checkout guy at a parking garage. You just sit there, you take money, you hand a dog treat to the dog in the car, and you say goodbye. And so the last thing I really wanted to do was landscaping, but it was what we knew. Jackie had a passion for it. I obviously had the landscaping knowledge, and so it really just bloomed from that. And we were actually one Sunday afternoon, hot Sunday afternoon that year in 2018. We were in our pool in the backyard, and it's an above ground pool. So we were in our pool in the backyard, and there was we just started kicking around. Well, what would we call it? So we started throwing ideas out, and we actually have in our shop that's attached to the backside of our garage. We had a workbench, and we went out there and took a magic marker, and we started penciling out the details, what the logo would look like, what everything would look like,
It's still
and
there.
it's still there.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, it was a great story. We love that.
Excellent. So, lots of different things you guys do in landscaping. The pictures on social media of the different things that you do. Talk about, the services that you all offer. What kind of things do you offer to your customers?
We do everything landscaping. We just don't do any type of lawn care or lawn mowing. So we do all the hardscapes, all the softscapes, and just to explain, working with many customers throughout this last 5 years, there's a lot that and Ken and I use these terms daily, with the crew, and we use them with our customers. And come to find out, there's a lot of customers that have no idea what we're talking about. And so they're like, what's hardscaping? Well, hardscaping is anything that's not a living thing. So I mean, it's like your paver patios, your retaining wall, all living things. So plantings of trees, shrubs, all different fun plants and flowers and those kinds of things.
Yeah, and maintaining them for some customers. Some of our commercial customers just want to have somebody that they can count on to take care of the plant because obviously they don't have staff to go out there and do it. And a lot of our residential customers the same way. They just want to know that it looks great.
They want it to look good, and they don't
it.
want to have to mess with it, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So the pictures that I see on social media of the things that you guys do, I don't think there's anything basic that you guys do at all. How do you get there? I mean, we get to see all the cool pictures on social media, or at least
Yeah.
I do. How do you get from Jackie and Ken, I'd like you to, do some landscaping at my house, to what that end product is?
Well,
What's
and
your process? I
that's
guess?
exactly how it starts. So, a customer will reach out, via email, social media message, calling the office. We set up an appointment, and then Ken and I go meet with that customer or potential customer. And from there, we ask a ton of questions. How do you foresee using your space? Do you have dogs? Do you have kids? Do you want to entertain? You just want somewhere quiet, just to relax on the weekend or at night. Um, and then we do everything we possibly can to try to get, what their style is. Do they want something modern? Do they want something rustic? Do they want traditional? Do they want something that looks like Italy? I mean, you name
Yeah.
it. So then after we ask all of our questions and get all the information that we can, we go to work and we'll start just doing a ton of research, picking out the best appropriate products that are going to match that style, as well as different plant life, and then we put all of our ideas on paper, and then from there, and this is where Ken and I feel we really complement each other, because I'll have an idea and he'll build from that, or he'll have an idea and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome, and what if we did this, this, and this, and it just expands from there. And then we take our proposal, all of our inspiration pictures, products, material samples, those kinds of things to our customer. And they're like, that's exactly what I want. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so
So
then we
a lot
implement
of
it.
listening and
Yeah.
kind of taking in, their vision.
Right.
And it's hard because, well, they say, well, I want this to look really nice and I like these couple of things.
Mhm.
And to go from that to like, here's the reality of it.
Yeah.
You've got to really be in tune with those. So I'm intrigued, like what has been, let's say, one of your favorite like projects that you've done in the last 5 years or something maybe, or what's a project that you're like, I am most proud of this project. And I know that cleaning my crap up at my house and putting in new mulch does not fall in, but that's okay. Because that was a simple project.
I have to say there's a lot of projects. I don't think there's any projects that we didn't really care for. But I do have to add, our the team that we have, our crew is absolutely amazing. And we would not be where we are if it wasn't for our crew. I mean, they have lots of years of experience, and so we can talk the talk with them. We can have that jargon with them and say, here's the design. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to knock out, and they know exactly what we're doing. So I have to give a lot of credit to them too for.
But there's been some small projects that they might just be an elderly woman that's retired, lost her husband. She just bought a townhouse and she wants some flavor of what she had before
Mhm.
at this small little townhouse. And sometimes just seeing the delight and the fun involved with her in getting to that point, to that end point, is just, I mean, that to me is as good as a project that can start and it's an entire brand new home, and you've got how many acres to work with, you've got tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars to budget with, and those are fun. But it's those
Mhm.
small ones that is just a total transformation, and you see the delight in that customer's face when we walk away from it and they go, wow, that's
So do
exactly
you
what I was looking
ever like, okay, so when I was in college for a couple summers, I worked for a landscaper out in Kearney. And like I still remember some of those projects, but sometimes when I'm out in Kearney, like I'll just take a drive
Yeah.
and drive through the neighborhood and like, are you ever driving down the street like, hey, I remember we did that thing over
Yeah.
here a couple of years ago. I
All
wonder
the
what it looks
time.
like now. But like I remember planting like the 5-gallon trees.
Yeah.
And now you drive by them. Well, I've been out of college almost 30 years now. And then you drive by them now, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
like that's what they were looking for over time and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like that's fun for me. Do you guys do that and just kind of
Yeah.
stop and
Yeah.
smell the roses, so to
Yeah.
speak?
We do.
Pun intended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. I mean, it's
And we'll
it's rare that we're in a neighborhood where we haven't done a project in the last 5 years. But there's one story that I just absolutely love, but it's more personal to me. And when I was probably in my early mid 20s, and I had just left college, and I was working with my dad, who started the company, the family business. And we had a customer on A Street between 15th and 16th that wanted a tree planted in their front yard because they lost the old tree that they had. And Dad and I went out and planted that tree. Well, that was 40 some years ago. And every day I drive down A Street and I look at that tree and think, wow, that Dad and I planted that thing. And it's tall, it's beautiful. It's the colors of it right now are just unbelievable. And just to know that Dad and I did that, I mean, when you tie back to to really your real roots,
Mhm.
and you can put something together with that, and then you think, wow, all we did was planted the tree,
Yeah.
and look where that has come to
Yeah.
now.
That's a good story.
That's fun. So our middle daughter is at Kearney now. She's going to UNK. By the way, she got stopped for speeding on her way home this morning. So Allison, if you're listening, busted. Actually, and she texted. She got off with a warning. I'm guessing she found out in her criminal justice class how to talk through that. But like she's out there now, and so when we go out there, like I can drive my daughter or either one of them and just say, hey, there's a project that I did when I was here, which is, it's kind of weird. And we're getting to that age where we have that nostalgia type thing, but it is really cool because when you do these kind of projects, it's not a one and done kind of thing. It's a lasting thing. And honestly, if you guys do a really great job, they might come and have you add to it, but generally you're not redoing the same thing every year.
No, we don't do the same thing, but we do have a lot of repeat customers.
Yeah.
They'll want like the front yard, a new renovation
Yeah.
or something like that. But and then they'll call us back the next year and say, okay, it's time to tear into the backyard. And
yeah, but like it's not like you're having to, well, we don't like the front yard now, we'll redo it. It's
right.
You're kind of building a lasting landscape.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah,
It's really
our
cool.
goal. Yeah.
So what's your favorite project that you like to work on, Ken? Is it the retaining walls? Is it the pergolas? Or what's the projects where you just kind of like to roll up your sleeves, get a little dirt in the fingernails and make it work? Like, what's the one that you really enjoy? I know you enjoy all of them, but there's got to be something like, I like doing X or Y.
And no, that's a really good question, because I've often thought about where I really want to be when I want to go out and work with the crew, which is pretty much every day anyway. But to me, I love the total transformation projects where we walk on a project and we have demo day, and it's like tear everything out. It's a new home to somebody. They didn't like what they have. It's old. It's not. It just looks terrible, and we're in there. We're tearing everything out, and we go down to dirt. And at that point, then we're laying out the new landscape beds. We're maybe putting in a new paver patio in the backyard, maybe a sitting wall, a fire pit, or something. To me, the total transformation projects are the most favorite, just because you're moving something that is old, it's established, it's outlived its usefulness, and then when you walk away from it a few days or a week or a couple weeks later, you've got this unbelievable.
It's like a different
see.
house type.
It is,
Yeah,
but, because a lot of times once we tear everything out, they'll come in and they'll have new siding put on, they'll paint, they'll put new windows in or something. So you are really moving from just a total transformation of crap to now you put something together that the customer is absolutely thinking, I've got this brand new house.
Excellent. What about you, Jackie? You knew you weren't going to get off without answering this question, right?
I know, and I've been thinking. I'm kind of with Ken. I like all the projects. I think some of my favorites are the more unique ones. If a customer is like, I want total whimsical, I don't want traditional. I don't want anything to look in a pattern, and those are super fun to knock out.
I used to love building berms.
Yeah.
Like people would
fun.
do a berm, like they wanted a berm in their front yard with these different plants and different things like that. And for some reason, like I just got jazzed up on berm day. It was awesome. I don't know what it was, but like that was my one thing. Like if it was berm, and it was a lot of fun.
Are fun.
Well, it's funny that you should mention berms, because that's probably the one term when we mention it to a potential customer, they look at us like, what's a berm?
At least I could speak a little bit of the lingo. There we go.
So we did have one customer who didn't like the word berm because of way they wanted to design. So the word we can't probably say on radio, but it starts with a B and ends with a B. They were mounds.
It was two
That's
berms.
funny.
It was two berms.
Very good.
With a cleavage.
That's awesome. Very good. Okay, so as we wrap up here, how can people find you guys? Website, social media pages, all of that. Jackie, I know you're the promoter here.
Yeah. So, Instagram, Facebook, we are Luxury Landscape by Design. Website is www.luxurylandscape-llc.com. Or they can call our office and they will reach our amazing office manager, Alan. Phone number is 402-440-6900. 7721.
Excellent. Okay, and one other thing, I'm just going to give you guys a really quick shout out too, because one of the things that I think is kind of cool about what you do is the way you take care of your crew, and it's not about the hourly wage. What are some of the, because I know a couple of them. What are some of the things that you guys do for your crew on a regular basis, just to try? I mean, it's appreciation. You guys are working their butts off. I mean, you guys really, I think, do a nice job of that. What are a couple of the things that you do?
Well, the last Friday of every month we call Free Food Friday. So we take the crew out, or we will in the summertime we'll maybe grill at our office and just give them a feast. We'll take them to a local restaurant, usually a locally owned restaurant, and we'll take them out. We'll buy them lunch. We have amazing Christmas parties. We have our anniversary party that we just had a few weeks ago. I mean, there's and just I'll bring in donuts. We'll bring in food during the day, snacks. If it's really cold or really hot outside, we make sure they have a refrigerator full of Gatorade. I mean, it's all about them, because like Jackie said, we wouldn't be doing any of this if it weren't for them.
And we compliment them quite a bit. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, landscaping is hard work,
It
and they're
is.
out there in all different kinds of weather, just working hard. And it's those pats on the back, and giving them credit for the job well done that they've done.
It's a little above and beyond, like the free food Fridays, and I know you guys do a lot of those things. You take them out to dinner. Usually at the LIBA thing, you buy the Rodizio grill meals and you take
Mhm.
them and their spouses out. So, and I think that's really cool. I like
Yeah.
that you're focused on your employees. So, this is Ken and Jackie Swoboda from Luxury Landscapes. Check them out. They're all over social media. Check out all the cool projects that they do. There's a lot of fun projects. I always enjoy seeing what they do. I'm glad to
you.
see you guys. It's good to see you guys.
Good
I
to
can't
see you
wait.
too.
I'm sure we'll see each other again the Friday before Labor Day
Yep.
out at Newmark. So it's good to see you guys. Thank you very much for being here. We will be right back. We'll be back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
USTOP is a member of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association, promoting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why USTOP sponsors the LIBA Business Hour on the Ticket 93.7. Every time you fill up at a USTOP on a Tuesday, USTOP donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, USTOP has partnered with United Way of Lincoln and Lancaster County. Stop by USTOP and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
At Ascend Aesthetics, they understand that you want results and you want them fast. That's why they've developed the fastest weight loss and body toning programs that are clinically proven to shed extra fat, boost muscle mass, and tighten skin without having to spend hours at the gym. Reveal your leaner physique, ignite your testosterone levels, and boost your energy with personalized plans tailored to your goals. Learn more at slimdowne.com or call 402-480-6680. Ascend Aesthetics, where transformation begins. Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with integrated behavioral health services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness, and now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company, and with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about
Atomic Diesel.
that? Comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Back to the LIBA Business Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This segment sponsored by Integrated Behavioral Health Services.
Welcome back to the LIBA Business Hour. This segment is sponsored by Integrated Behavioral Health Services, building a stronger, healthier community through advocacy, inclusion, perseverance, unity, and compassion. Learn more at ibhealthservices.com. Okay, for our second segment today, this is going to be our, the other segment was fun, but this will be another fun segment. So I've got my good friend Constantine here from All Pro Heating and Air. So Constantine, we've got kind of a double segment we're going to do with you here. Well, not a double segment. We're going to split. First of all, give us just a little bit of background on All Pro Heating and Air and all the things that you guys do. And then we'll get into the fun part of this segment of what you got coming up for the holidays.
Yeah. So, more than a decade ago, I opened a heating and air company, and it's All Pro Heating and Air. And what I observed when you come to the new industry, new country, you kind of compare and you try to find what could be improved. With the heating and air, what I found out, it's the most expensive appliance people buy in the house. And I realized, how come manufacturers spend millions of dollars developing equipment and they warranty parts for 10 years, but dealers who install the equipment only give warranty for labor only for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was kind of, it's make no sense. So when I started researching and looking into it, I realized if you install it properly, there is no reason why installation company like us cannot match the warranty of the manufacturer.
Oh, wow.
Well, because when you buy a car, you just go on the lot and you buy a car, and all the car made in the factory using precision tools, and it's just fine. Well, heating and air, you receive equipment in like 5 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to use the precision tools and install everything at the site. So if you don't cut any corners, and if you follow manufacturer installation guidelines, then that equipment is going to work forever. So there is no problem. So when I opened the company, we started going that direction, and we said, well, we are very confident if you install it properly, we'll give 10 years parts and 10 years warranty on all the equipment. And at that time, it was new concept and still new now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare to see our competitors would give warranty 10 years parts and 10 years labor. And another thing I observed, if you install a expensive system in your house and in 2-3 years something goes bumpy, you're going to call the installation company.
Yeah, you're not calling the manufacturer,
right?
Because you're the face of that.
Yeah, which is fine. But what I see a lot, installation company would come and they just say, hey, yeah, it's a bad part, so we're going to charge you labor to go to your house, shipping, handling, all those charges, and you end up paying a lot of money for it. Mm-hmm. So we want to eliminate all of that. And years later, we start seeing a huge yield of that, because a lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You install the system, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you buy that new car and you have everything, for 5 years or whatever miles, it's just everything's taken care of. It's a little bit of peace of mind for the buyer, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine you buy a car with a 5 years warranty or 100,000 miles, whatever, and they say, well, everything is fine, but now your piston went bad, so it's under warranty, but to replace it, it's $3,000.
Yeah,
it would be silly.
Yeah,
and that's what I see in the heating and air industry, and that's what we eliminated, and that's the direction we took, and we are very, very happy and very appreciative. And customer likes it a lot.
Excellent. So I'm going to switch gears on you because I want to give you plenty of time to talk about this other thing that you've got going on right now. And you said to me when we were getting ready for the show earlier today, you said that you want to start celebrating Light Friday. So, Constantine, what in the daylights is Light Friday?
Well, the whole concept Black Friday, it just sounds very dark to me. Especially when I came here, I'm just like, it's supposed to be Light Friday. You enjoy shopping or whatever you want to do in the day. And so we're opening our Christmas light show. It's a drive-through Christmas light show. And we're very happy to have it at the Star City Shores. And I said, well, I'm going to call it Light Friday. So people come over at the Friday, right after Thanksgiving, and so the Black Friday, after they've done all the shopping, they can have a Light Friday.
Yeah, they can celebrate that night.
Yeah.
Okay, so this used to be down at Haymarket Park,
That's
right?
correct. Yeah.
And now we're down at Star City Shores, 27th to 33rd and Nebraska Parkway area. I live in that area of town, and it's like all of a sudden these things started going up in the parking lot. And then one night I picked up my daughter and we were driving home and she's like, Dad, look at all the lights.
Yeah.
And so we had to do a little investigating. And of course I already knew who the person was to call about this. So so you're starting on Light Friday. We're just going to call it Light Friday. This is your segment, you know, all that. So Light Friday, which is the 24th of November, right? So you're going to start on the 24th of November. And are you going all the way through Christmas, the end of the year?
All the way through the New Year. So with the Christmas light show, when I came to America years ago, I always hear people live in Lincoln. They complain, oh, there is nothing to do on summer. There is nothing to do on winter. And I had that big dream of just like, well, I want to do something good for Lincoln because I enjoy a hard labor and fruits of hard labor of people who were here before me, right? They built this beautiful city. I love Lincoln. Yes. Because when I came here, I had no roots. I could have go anywhere else, but I just fell in love with it. It reminded me at my town where I grew up in.
Which was where?
In Ukraine.
Okay.
And and the opportunity arrived, and Heating and Air Company done well. And I thought, well, I want to do something for Lincoln. So I realized I love Christmas. I realized, well, every big city and medium-sized cities in America have a drive-through Christmas light show. We have a walkthrough in Lincoln, which is, I think, it's a great opportunity for families to go through. But if you don't want to go outside when it's snowing and raining and windy, and you want to enjoy lights from the comfort of your car, then I want to create that opportunity. So it's the third year now, and we relocated to the Star City Shores to be closer to where people live in. And people drive in, tune the radio station, we tell them to, and all the lights synchronized with the music. So we don't need to blast that music through the speakers. You're just in your car and you enjoy that.
Turn your car to the radio station, and as you drive through, it's all synchronized. That's awesome. Okay, so since I live over there, I kind of see this. So there's an entrance to Star City Shores. Some people may not know this, off of 27th Street.
That's correct.
Right there by the bike path that goes over and the railroad tracks. And then there's also an entrance off of 33rd and Nebraska Parkway. How are we supposed to come when we come to the light show? How do you want us to get there?
So everybody comes from the 27th.
Okay.
And right after the bypass, go right and enter the light show. And go through the light show. It's take about 20-25 minutes. You're supposed to drive very, very slow, and typically people do.
This is not the Las Vegas Grand Prix or anything, right?
It's a very slow line. We have a bunch of songs, so you want to go very slow and enjoy it, and you leave on 33rd.
Okay. So you come in off of 27th there by the railroad tracks and the bike path that goes over top, and you'll come out on 33rd Street to disperse onto Nebraska Parkway or however you need to get home, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, do we need tickets to come to the light show, or how do we get in?
Yeah, so we were able to, with the new venue and everything, we were able to get a price to the point where it's much more affordable. It's $20 to $25, 25 on the weekend, 20 on the weekday. People come in. You can buy tickets at the site or prior to coming at the website. We prefer people buying the website. Then we can manage the flow, the traffic, and stuff like that. When I designed this show, I kept in mind that biggest problem with the drive-through Christmas light shows, it's a traffic. So when I designed it, my show, I designed it 2 lanes, and they're exactly same. So it's make no difference which lane you pick. Well, we pick it for you to manage the traffic. And it's so when somebody's like kids in the back, when they drive, it's the same props on each side. So they have to fight over. Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Yeah. So we can see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And all of that, like I said, synchronized. It's more than a million LEDs. We when computer calculates how many lights, it's not lights. We calculate how many LEDs. And you just drive in, have a hot chocolate with you. We will have some coffee and hot chocolate for sale up there. Somebody else is going to do that for us. And you just enjoy the show, drive slow. You can buy some merchandise if you wanted to. But for this price, you cannot beat it.
No, that's awesome. So you said it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to go through. Okay, let's make sure that we do this. Otherwise, I'll forget and you'll be mad at me later. What's the website where people can learn more about this?
Website is very, very easy. It's Nebraska Christmas Lights Show.
.com? Nebraska Christmas Lights Show.com.
Yeah. Perfect.
So you said you mentioned how much you enjoy Christmas and you thought this was something fun. And you've been doing this for a few years. Why do you keep doing it?
I really, really want to contribute to the community I live in. It's my appreciation. I wish I can do it for free, but I can't, right? But my appreciation to Lincoln, then Lincoln supported my heating and air business. That's a business which I supported my family. I provide jobs for a lot of people by doing this business. And this is I want to give back to Lincoln, and I want to make I want to make a life a little bit more just have more fun, more Christmas lights.
Very cool. So it's kind of your Christmas gift to the community that's been so great to you.
I really wish I can do it for free, and maybe one day I can, but it's take thousands of hours.
Well, you guys have been setting up. I mean, I'm going to estimate here, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but it's been like 3 weeks, right? It's been 2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks on site, but we start prepping everything in August.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So but I mean, just the setup stuff has been going on for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're using equipment.
Yeah.
Because to set up a big, Christmas trees, it's thousands of hours of labor. All the props which you see up there, you cannot buy them at the box store. All of them designed and built custom for our show.
Wow. Because I remember a few weeks ago, my wife and daughter, we were coming home from somewhere, maybe church or something. And it was like, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, it looks like they're doing a Christmas light thing. And then one night the lights were on. I was like, oh my gosh, the lights are on. So that's really cool. So what a cool gift you're giving to our community. I just think it's awesome. And I reached out this week and I was like, I got to get you on the show so that we can promote this for you, because I think it's a cool thing. It's very family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
It's very family oriented. Like you said, you can bring your hot chocolate, just drive through. You're in the comfort and heat of your vehicle, which is always nice, right? I just think it's really awesome. So as we wrap up the segment, how long have you been in Lincoln?
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah.
And you came to Lincoln straight from Ukraine when you came.
That's correct. Yeah.
From Lincoln. And how long ago did you start All Pro?
When I came to Lincoln, I wanted to be an engineer, and I applied a couple jobs and nobody hired me. So I'm just like, well, I'll just open my own company. So I opened company a few years after I came.
Okay. So you've been in business about 20 years.
A little bit less than 20, yeah.
A little less than 20. I tell you what, that's a huge accomplishment. Because here a week or two ago, we had someone from Hampton Enterprises on our show,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been in business for 75 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start looking at how many businesses stay in business for 20 years, it's about 35%.
Yep.
And so what a great accomplishment to you. I mean,
Well,
you came here, you've lived the American dream, you've employed people, you give back to our community. And I'm not just talking about the light show. You're a very giving man that cares about the community. You've really made Lincoln your home, and that's a big accomplishment. And I'm never going to let you dismiss how big of a deal that is.
I look at that, especially when I had the opportunity to do a light show, it's a very humbling experience. Tell you that, because not a lot of people have a desire to design a light show, let's say a light show from scratch, and I had the opportunity to do that. So it's a very humbling experience. And another thing I want to say, yeah, business survived well and everything, but it's can only possible if you have a right team. So the big projects and organizations, you need to have a right team. So yeah, maybe I'm a face of it, but people who are with me, that's the people who actually do heavy lifting, even today.
See, that's why I think you're a great leader and a great business owner, Constantine, because the credit is to the people that make it happen every day.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be the guy that gives you the credit because it takes a lot of perseverance to stay in business for about 20 years. It takes a lot of, and there are ups and downs in any business. There is nobody that starts a business and it just skyrockets every year for 30, 20, 30, 40 years. And so congratulations to you. That's awesome. And again, thank you for all that you're doing for our community beyond just the Christmas lights show. It's a great gift that you're giving our community.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a very humbling position because it's just the community supported all of that. It's very joyful. It's very easy to give back to the community when you have that much support.
Well, and it's a community you love too.
Yeah,
right. That's the thing. That's the same thing with me. I love this community.
Mm-hmm.
I love giving back to this community, whatever we can do to make it better. So Nebraska Christmas Lights Show.com.
Yeah.
Nebraska Christmas Light Show.com. You can check out the details, how you enter. You can buy your tickets online. We encourage you to do that. That'll help the traffic flow a lot. And come out and check it out. I think it'll be a great time for our community.
Yeah. The one thing I want to add, with all these Christmas lights, I always have in my mind that we really need to think of all the lights and presents and Santa. Everything is good, but the main reason of the Christmas, I always want to keep that in mind for myself and our customers. It's a birth of Jesus Christ. That's why we celebrate all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So all these lights is nice, but we really want to, and I encourage myself and people around me and our customers think why we celebrate that.
Amen.
It's a main reason. In some songs I have on my show pointing to the birth of Jesus Christ. And I'm very open about it.
I see a few things from the street that kind of point to that too in that show. So again, Constantine, Nebraska Christmas Light Show.com. Go check it out. It starts the 24th of November, runs through the new year. Go check it out. It's really going to be a cool gift to our community. And we'll be back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company. And with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
At Ascend Aesthetics, they understand that you want results and you want them fast. That's why they've developed the fastest weight loss and body toning programs that are clinically proven to shed extra fat, boost muscle mass, and tighten skin without having to spend hours at the gym. Reveal your leaner physique, ignite your testosterone levels, and boost your energy with personalized plans tailored to your goals. Learn more at slimdowne.com or call 402-480-6680. Ascend Aesthetics, where transformation begins.
UStop is a member of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association, promoting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why UStop sponsors the LIBA Business Hour on the Ticket 93.7. Every time you fill up at a UStop on a Tuesday, UStop donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, UStop has partnered with United Way of Lincoln and Lancaster County. Stop by UStop and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine, you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Back to the LIBA Business Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This segment sponsored by Ascend Aesthetics.
Welcome back to the LIBA Business Hour. This segment is sponsored by Ascend Aesthetics. Lose inches and gain confidence with medical weight loss and body contouring clinic at Ascend Aesthetics. Learn more at slimdowne.com. Okay, Austin. So first of all, I got to tell you, we had a fun event last night. We do these every once in a while with LIBA, and it was a murder mystery. a murder mystery dinner. It was out at James Arthur Vineyards. Jim and Barb Ballard, the owners of the vineyard and From Nebraska Gift Shop. So, and then Doorstep Diner, amazing food. My God, it was just unbelievable. So Jim writes these murder mysteries, and he has these people that come out and play characters in the murder mystery. And so throughout dinner, you're getting all kinds of clues, and like you've got to be really listening to what people are saying and all this kind of stuff. It's hard to describe if you haven't been to one, but for me, the most fun part of the evening is, so they serve the food family style. So throughout dinner, you've got all these actors coming and talking about different things, and there's someone that ends up getting killed. And then, so now you've got to get the clues. And so at the end, after, like, as we're kind of finishing up dessert, they actually have you, like, your group, your table, has to decide who done it, how they did it, and what their motive was. And it is fascinating to hear, like, so we had 50, 55 people there last night. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 or 10 teams. And there were multiple people that picked, there's like 3 people that picked the same person as the killer. They all 3 came up with different motives, and they all 3 came up with different methods.
Oh,
which is interesting. And I think there were, let's see, maybe out of the 9 tables, whatever it was, there was 5 different suspects that were chosen. And the irony is none of us were right.
Oh no.
So it's fun to listen to people, because it's not just like Austin did it with a billy club, and it's because DP wasn't paying him enough money, right? I mean, it wasn't that easy. It's like, okay, so we picked so and so because they said this and they said that and they mentioned this, and that's got to be the motive because of this and that and the other thing, and this is like, it's really fun. And at the end, I was like, I told Jim, I'm like, it sounds like you got some people, if you ever need help writing these, that can help write these. So it was really a lot of fun, and it was a great event for LIBA. And they do these throughout the year. So check it out at James Arthur Vineyards. It's, the food's included, the wine's included. All of that stuff is included in your ticket price.
I was going to say, please keep me posted. I need to know when these are going on.
You got to just check it out.
If nothing
Follow
else,
them on
do people
Facebook.
watch? Do people listen? Like, what a look into human psychology.
Oh my gosh. And when we're off air, I'll tell you the whole mystery from last night, because I am not telling that story on the air. But like, hey, if there's a ticket Christmas party, I bet he would write one for you guys, and you guys could go out there and do it. So I know that Rebecca's listening. So Rebecca, there you go. Sorry, you can yell at me later for giving that idea. But it's just a lot of fun. And it just bringing some LIBA members together. I think we had 50, 55 people, which is their capacity. Like, they can't do more than that.
Yeah.
But just a great time. So check them out. Follow them on Facebook. Check out their website. They've got all kinds of events going on all the time. But anyway, and a huge shout out to Doorstep. The food was unbelievable. They had appetizers on the table when you got there. Then there was salad. Then there was the main course was chicken and roast potatoes and broccoli. And then they have these things, I think they call them like the almond haystack or a coconut haystack, or unbelievable. Anyway, just trust me. I've talked about it for like 5 minutes now, so it pretty much tells you how good the food was. So anyway, it's really cool. Couple of events coming up. Our final word, sponsored by the 1890 Initiative, helping student athletes excel within the NIL landscape. Learn how you can be involved at 1890nebraska.com. Thanks, Jackie and Ken. Thanks, Constantine. A couple upcoming events. This Tuesday, we've got our LIBA luncheon with Attorney General Mike Hilgers over at the Grand Manse. On the 28th, we've got Coffee and Contacts hosted by BFT down at 17 the Pine Lake. And then in December, on the 19th, we've got our LIBA luncheon featuring the governor. So come and check those out. We look forward to having you back next week. We'll be back next week, and we can maybe recap a little Iowa football game and the end of the regular football season. Thanks, Austin, for being here today. We'll see you next week on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility,